We are live. Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa Lawrence, and this is the weekly update from the Flutterverse. Um, I've had some technical issues because I was on the East Coast when I set this up, so I think many of you think it's happening in 2 hours, but it is in fact happening now. And today is a very special update because it is the Totality update. Um, and what I mean by that is on Monday, Totality is happening across the United States. And for many of you that don't know, Totality is the total eclipse of the sun, and it is a huge event. I experienced it in 2017, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. And we are going to discuss what it's like to travel to Totality, the experience of being in Totality. And I want to say, people, that Totality people are Flutterverse people because millions of people are traveling from all over the world to join together in a beautiful, magical experience. They all have their own reasons for going, but when you're there, it is magical. So today I wanted to start off this update um, saying happy birthday to my sister Beatriz. So if we could have a picture of her there. And then I will share what happened last week. Each week I do this and new technical issues appear. So if we could have the picture of my sister Beatriz come up, that would be lovely. All right, the picture is not coming up. Well, there she is. Okay, so I want to share with you because my sister was on the Flutterverse update last week. And she got on and it was a beautiful update. I flew to Connecticut to celebrate her birthday and we had a fabulous time. We all dressed up as butterflies and we went to this fabulous resort and spa, the Mayflower Inn and Spa, and I want to thank them for an incredible experience. And today is officially my sister's birthday, and she got this guitar as a gift from her beloved husband, Eric. And so, Beatriz, wherever you are in the universe, um, we wish you the very best birthday. Last week on our update, Obed and Dominic sang her happy birthday. It was really, really cute. So she got celebrated across the globe. And we only wish you the best and continued success. And I'm looking forward to having you and your family here for the June 29th event. It's going to be spectacular. I love you. Okay, so that is my first update. Now, the second birthday happening today is my cousin Robert. Um, and if his picture could come up. Okay, so these are really funny pictures. My cousin Robert is my favorite cousin. He is a spectacular individual, and he has been enrolled in all of my dreams forever. So the picture on the left, uh, there was a time where, and it's still a time, where I would ask people to join me to go to CatCon, and everybody looked at me like I was from out of this world, but every year in Pasadena, CatCon happens, and when I asked Robert to join me, he said, "I'm there." We dressed up as cats, we made it into the news, and it felt like we were rock stars, rocking the cataverse, or as it were, but we had so much fun. He has always been enrolled in my dreams, and we've had so much fun. He is a butterfly captain in New York. And so he will be strutting his butterfly gear and having a party out there on June 29th. And I just wanted to give him a shout out. I love you, Robert. You are, in fact, my favorite cousin, and you are fantastico. So happy birthday. I love you and have a fantastic day. So that is cousin Robert. And so now the official Totality podcast begins. And it may just be me because Kenya seems to be in a perpetual power outage. And I think some of these people actually believe that this update is happening in 2 hours. That's my fault. Take full responsibility, but it is what it is. So If we could put up the picture of Kate Baldwin on CNN, the eclipse, the eclipse, the eclipse. So I want you to look at this picture very carefully. For one thing, the United States is in eclipse fever. Everybody's talking about it. And CNN is going to follow it tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I will, of course, be wearing my Totality glasses while following the eclipse. But from this picture, I want you to observe this picture because I was on my rowing machine working out and I see this picture and I'm not focused on the news. I'm not focused on anything that is happening. She is wearing a butterfly necklace, people. That is what we should be focusing on. Is there any way to make that picture larger? Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. You got it. So somehow the grand butterfly gathering and totality are somehow joined, and the news is all involved. And so now I begin the tale of totality. I really don't know if anybody's going to join me today. It doesn't seem like anybody has any power over in Kenya. So we continue. And so now I want to bring up a picture of my beautiful Clara because the tale of totality starts with Clara. So there she is. That is my beloved Clara Smith. She's 86 years old. I was in Redmond, Bend. I don't know. Well, you land in Redmond, but anyway, I was in Bend a few weeks ago celebrating her birthday. She was 86 and she joined the Flutterverse. There we are with our tiaras things going on. But in 2016, I was having dinner at Clara's house. True story. And the reason I was having dinner at Clara's house is that when Clara invites you to dinner, you should go because it is amazing. She is an amazing cook. Uh, she was a caterer for very high-end individuals. She did so many things, and I want to talk about Clara because truly she is the start of this whole thing. Um, I used to volunteer for Parks and Rec in Bend, Oregon for many years, and it was a blessing. Their motto was play for life, and that really is my motto. Clara was always in the back with me, and I didn't know Clara, but Clara started talking about food. And when Clara talks about food with that Hungarian accent, somehow you really get hungry and you really, really want to go to dinner with her. And so that's how our friendship started. And then we kept on learning more and more about each other. And it turned out that she lived in Spain the same time I lived in Spain. It was like 2 miles apart. It just gets stranger that she is a refugee family and she was sent off to a convent in South America. Um, and I was sent off to live with family in New York, and so it's a very interesting relationship. And she loves reading books, so my book journey and all this strangeness also involves Clara. But this is what happened in 2017, and I'm saying all these things because I know she's going to watch this, and it's so important. We love Clara. Um, so I'm sitting at dinner with Clara, 2016, and now you can take the picture of Clara off. Um, Well, somebody is listening. Nope, don't put that one up yet. That's coming. I love it. I have peeps. Um, but anyway, I'm at dinner in 2016, and Clara turns to me and she says, "Everybody in my family is calling. They all want to come visit me in August of 2017." And I said, "What's up?" And she said, "It's the total eclipse of the sun, and everybody from all over the world travels the world to experience it." And I said, "What is this? I've never experienced it." And then I did, because I lived in Bend, Oregon for years, and it was also an interesting place. And when I moved there, people thought I lived basically in a shack, and I actually lived in a really kick-ass, amazing place. It was gorgeous. But anyway, it's ironic because now I live in a wooden cabin and I have and have a covered wagon as a home. So, but the story is people would not visit. And then totality was happening, and I was getting calls, and Clara was getting calls. Everybody around us was getting calls saying, "Hey, can we visit?" And all of a sudden, people that we hadn't heard from for years um, were coming to visit. Now, what happened was there was such a stir that I reserved my spot for totality in 2017 a year in advance. I rented a space in a cornfield in Madras, Oregon, which was an hour away from where we lived. And all of these people were going to go, but then things happen along the way. They always do. And that's the end of this story. Um, and they couldn't make it. But the, um, the experience of going to totality, I want to share with you, is magical. The buildup to the event is also magical. And now you can put up the picture of the truck and then take it off. So, my friend Marie Therese, which we will show later, um, and I, if you could make that picture bigger so that people could really enjoy it. Oh, well, no, you have to actually see. Okay, so that is the side of a truck, and it was called 2017 Total Solar Eclipse, Oregon Solar Fest. And I bring that up because when I went online to see what they were calling this, they were calling it SolarFest 2024 on the track of totality. But that sign was next to the cornfield that I had rented space at. Now you can take it off and just leave my face on. Um, and and so on in 2017, I drove with my friend Marie Therese. No picture of her yet. We're going to tell the story of what it's like to be in totality. We packed up the car. We had lights. We had lots of lights. We had these reclining lounge chairs. We had sleeping bags. Um, in Oregon, it gets very cold at night, and we knew we were going to be sleeping outside. And it only took an hour to drive to this cornfield, and they were very organized, and so we all went in. Um, and then it felt like a party. For one thing, the cars were lined up, they were all lined up, and it was thousands and thousands of people, and they were all so happy. Crazy happy, crazy, crazy happy. It was so much fun to be there, and they were from all over the world, and I got to meet all of these amazing people, and everybody had a story, and it was so fun seeing their stories, and I feel energy, so when I'm in large crowds, it either goes one or 2 ways. One, I'm like, "I need to get out of here," or the second response is, "Ooh, dun, 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 dun." It was so fun, so, so much fun, and so there were people, riding unicycles. There were people serving drinks. There were people playing cards. There were people playing music. Um, there were people decked out as Yetis. It was a phenomenal experience, absolutely phenomenal experience. And this is what happens. So we spent the night, and it was an incredible party the night before. Um, it was so fun. And then the next day, I forgot exactly what time it happened, but in the morning we all had breakfast, and it like felt like I was in a commune of people that were either actually on drugs or they were on the spiritual ride, but either way, it was great fun, and then the event happens, and it takes forever for the eclipse to happen, and now you can put up a picture of Marie Therese and I, um, with the glasses. I know she's looking, but I wanted to share with you, when totality happens, it's coming. But anyway, my friend Marie Therese flew out to, to visit. We went to Totality. Oh, and, let me share the other strange things we did as part of the thing. So if you could make that bigger, I wanna make sure people see the glasses. Oh, yeah, perfect, perfect. So anyway, so we drove in, we spent the day partying with all of these people, and then the event happens, and you will see we have 2 pair of glasses on. We actually had regular sunglasses, not like this. These are my love glasses, which are fantastic. And then we had our totality glasses because that day it was so sunny and so bright, we needed both. And as the eclipse happened, the strangest things happened. For one thing, once it hits, the temperature drops so completely that it gets really cold. And in some places it started hailing. And it was so phenomenal. And I bring this up because in 2017, I was an entirely different person. I don't even like that person that was there is not who I am now. And so it really is a whole story of transformation. And it was so amazing um, that everybody stopped. There were thousands of people there, and everybody went into complete silence. And it was like we were being downloaded a whole new operating system. And I'm bringing this up now because since Easter, since I was flying back on Easter from my sister's celebration, it feels like we are being bombarded with love. And so I'm sending you all my love and the sincerest hope and prayer that you guys have a kick-ass time in totality. Um, Now I wanna tell you what happened after Totality. So Totality hits, you can take Marie's picture and I off now. Um, so this is an educational webinar on the experience of totality, where you will learn the ways of experiencing totality. So absolutely enjoy being in the moment of totality and being in that space where it really seems like time stops and you feel so grateful that you're here, but you're not really here at the same time. It was incredible. Um, and then totality is over. There are thousands of people in this field, and I'm sharing this because you are all going to be on that totality line that I'm gonna share in a second. Don't show it yet. Uh, and then everybody tried to leave. And remember I told you guys it took us 1 hour to get from my home to the spot of totality where this massive party was happening in Madras, Oregon. From the time we got in our car, it took us 8 hours and 15 minutes to get home. I think I went 3 miles an hour the entire time or maybe less. It was crazy. So if you are going to totality, ooh, we could walk and push the car. It was really, really fun. But if you are going into totality, wait, hang out and have fun, let half the people leave, and then when the masses spread out and leave, then after you've had your latte, clean up, and then go enjoy your ride home. Because otherwise, you're going to be in a car forever, and it may not be a pleasant experience. That's all I wanted to share there. So now, if you could bring up um, Bill and Alina, this is how funny the history of totality goes. So a week after going to that totality experience, because it was fantastic, I get a hold of another set of cousins, Bill and Alina. So Kainat, if you could bring them up, or maybe not. Something is happening. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you about Bill and Alina anyway. Um, so Bill grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I wanted to go to Totality. So there they are, the dynamic duo, Bill and Alina. Hello, lovely people. I love them. I've had so much fun with these two. They have also been enrolled in many of my fine adventures. I even took them to the Shakespeare Festival and to Crater Lake. And honestly, we entered Crater Lake and we were rocking out to music. It was incredible. But anyway, these two, Bill grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I get on the phone and I go, "It was incredible. We need to go to Totality in Buffalo, New York." And so we started investigating, and he said, "Well, it's about 4 years away, maybe more. We'll wait." Then I'm enrolled in all of these, like, Totality groups, right? And I'm getting all of these things going, all of the hotels are blocked. And so a year and a week. So, no, actually, it was a year and 5 days before Totality, we booked several rooms in Buffalo, New York. Actually, it was in Salvatore's Grand Resort. I got my airfare, I got the car, I got everything. Bill and Alina booked their set, I booked my set. And now you can take Bill and Alina off, but I hounded Bill so much to get all of that set up, and then I end up, um, visiting in New York, and many people got ill, um, and it just didn't seem prudent to actually experience this totality in person. And so we canceled our rooms, which I'm sure Salvatore's Grand Resort was so grateful that we did, because they must have jacked up the prices 4 or 5 times because it's such a great experience. Um, and we will not be there this year. But the people that go to Totality go to those crazy lengths of making sure that they're going to be able to be in the right place at the right time. And this this is what I wanted to share with you all about what happens when you make plans in life. You can make all the plans you want, but the universe has a way of moving stuff around, and you have to be able to go with the flow. And in fact, my coaching session with Coach Anthony, who I know will watch this at some point, um, his advice to me was go with the flow. And apparently I needed to do that today because I think I scheduled this for Eastern time. So perhaps 3 people will see it, but there you go. Um, and so life happens and you have to make choices. Yes, I wanted to be in the totality line. I love those people. I love the flow of energy that happens, and it is magical for me to see people that have a different idea of what is going to happen, but they have the intent of experiencing it together, uh, create when they're together. And now, if you could put up the totality line, that would be incredible. It's slow, but it is coming. So, people, I'm going to leave you with 2 things. Well, actually, I have 6 more minutes to do this. So, this is the totality line, and it goes all the way from Texas all the way to Vermont, and it's that blue line in the middle. And there are millions and millions of people from all over the world that are going to converge upon that line. Um, Crazy things happen. Crazy fun things happen. Um, and unusual things happen. The year of totality in Oregon, we had the largest fires that we had ever had. In fact, I was trying to take my friend Marie Therese to the Shakespeare Festival, and it was the first time it was canceled due to fires. So strange and unusual weather things happen, but they happen to purify the space we are in. So to all of you going to totality, um, I guess for the butterfly event, I say pollinate responsibly. But for this event, I'm going to say um, congregate responsibly, uh, be in totality responsibly, and you'll have a better experience. Now I want to share the kite because the other thing I wanted to say, this is how much change and how much fun going to this event is. So, when my friend Marie Therese was in Oregon, we actually went to a yurt to see an astrologer. If you guys don't know what a yurt is, um, it's this structure that protects you from the elements. Usually in I've only seen it in ski resorts, and we used to live at the bottom of a ski resort, so it was like um, something that we did. But we went to that astrologer, and he said, "Teresa, the best place for you to live on the planet is Sydney, Australia." And so, being a true believer, what did I do? I moved to the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, and it has gone pretty well for me. Totality is just a magical experience, and I wish you all the best having it. And these are the I want to end with the video of the kite, um, because it's when you're at the event, you'll see people doing strange and unusual things, and I would have been flying a kite and drinking a mimosa, and I haven't had anything to drink in a really long time, and Totality was that one day I was gonna have my one drink, but I'm gonna have to wait until another event that I will be at. So, Kainat, if you could put up the video of the kite. And that's what I'm gonna leave you with. Totality and the Flutterverse merging together. I hope you guys feel the joy and the love that's gonna happen this weekend. I do believe the Christ consciousness is descending on us, and I'm so grateful and happy to be on this earth. Well, the video did not show, so if you could try that again, I would appreciate it. And we try. Technical issues, and no one showed up, so they're gonna show up in 2 hours. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, let's see. And we wait. It's kind of like waiting for totality. You wait forever, and then it lasts 2 minutes. Let's see. There we go. So, there will be people in totality flying kites and drinking mimosas, and I wish you all such a fabulous experience. Deeply grateful that you are here for the update. I didn't give you any updates on the Flutterverse, but there are great updates. We are moving along, people are joining, and, we're going to have another update coming soon, next week, and, we'll talk more about what we're doing with the Tunas project then. Alright, love you all. Enjoy. Peace.